Welcome, everyone, to Free to Thrive's 5-year anniversary celebration. My name is Jamie Beck, and I'm the president and managing attorney of Free to Thrive. I started Free to Thrive in 2016 to address an unmet need in San Diego for legal services for human trafficking survivors. We're going to take you on our journey from inception through today, and then we're going to give you a sneak peek at what's ahead in the future for Free to Thrive. But before we talk about what we do, let's make sure we're all on the same page about what we mean when we say human trafficking.
Human trafficking as an issue is one of those, maybe the most, like all of the things that I think are some of the most heinous evils in this world, culminating in a single problem.
Human trafficking is selling another person, ultimately, whether it's for sex or for labor. Human trafficking is exploitive by its very nature. Human trafficking is traumatic by its very nature.
And I think that, unfortunately, as a global issue, human trafficking, we are at the highest levels of that in almost any generation. And often it's an unseen issue. People don't recognize it as an issue, both in sexual and labor trafficking.
It's a daunting problem to tackle. Human trafficking is a multi-headed hydra, is that the expression?
It is treating somebody less than human.
It should break your heart, and it breaks my heart.
It's one of those things where once you come to know about human trafficking, I think for so many of us, we really feel obligated to do some part to be part of a solution.
Now, human trafficking has become quite a buzzword lately. And so now we want you to hear from some of our thrivers about some of the misconceptions about human trafficking.
Human trafficking.
Human trafficking. Human trafficking.
So some of the major misconceptions about trafficking, right, come from how we perceive it in film and television, right? So the movie Taken is probably what most white people think of when they think of human trafficking.
People assume that the victim is rescued or taken away from that situation and that the perpetrator or the sex buyer is arrested for the crimes that they're committing. And unfortunately, what too often happens, and I would say, 70 to 90% of human trafficking victims, sex trafficking victims experience this, they are actually arrested, not the perpetrator.
People think that we enjoy it and that it's something that we could just say no and just walk away from, and it's not that easy.
I think people just think it's really easy to lead that lifestyle. Like, just stop doing it. And it's not. It's extremely hard. Especially after, being mentally just broken down, and you don't believe in yourself, you don't believe you can do anything else.
In my situation, a person took advantage of my vulnerability. So basically he was having that revolving door of, if I have to come back, and it's like people don't realize that it's not about, like you're enjoying what you're doing. It's so degrading, and mentally it breaks you.
And on top of that, you don't really have the skills to do anything else. Where am I going to live? How am I going to take care of my daughters? I was nervous to even try to go get a job at, Starbucks, or, it's hard. It's a whole different world, and it's really scary.
And the reality of human trafficking is that it is a slow burn type of situation for a lot of clients. They find themselves in a situation where it seems like they are in a symbiotic relationship with their trafficker, where it seems like they are in a partnership with their trafficker. And slowly over time, they realize that it's truly exploitive in nature, and by then it's a situation that's very difficult to escape.
Well, now that we have that baseline understanding of what human trafficking is and what some of the misconceptions are, let's hear from some of our community leaders and community partners.
Hi, I'm Mayor Todd Gloria.
Hello, I'm California State Senate President Pro Tempore Tony Atkins.
Yes, this is Armand King, COO of Paving Great Futures.
I'm Kimberly Jones, and I just want to say thank you to Jamie Beck and to the whole Free to Thrive team for all that you do in our community.
Hello, I'm San Diego County District Attorney Summer Stephan. I want to congratulate Free to Thrive on 5 years of providing victims and survivors of human trafficking and exploitation the ability and the opportunity to thrive and to be free.
You've given us so much, both to generate hope and our residents, and we appreciate all of you and your efforts and your energy.
In 5 short years, you have made a mark in this city and changed the lives of over 200 trafficking survivors.
Because of your partnership, we are able to meet the unique needs of each trafficking survivor who comes to the San Diego Family Justice Center for help.
Whether it's helping a client with a resume, referring one of your clients to the nearest Goodwill Center, or reserving one of our conference rooms, we're always here when you need us.
Our partnership is a great synergy, and we love working with you.
I am honored to partner alongside you, and I hope that you feel the love from our community for all the incredible work that you're doing.
It has truly been an honor to work alongside you to make this community safe and to provide an opportunity for victims and survivors to feel that sense of dignity and belonging. Thank you.
Sending a shout out and much love to Free to Thrive. Thank you for all that you continuously do to help us. And I look, surprise! People that you've helped in here getting it in, going to school, doing what they supposed to do.
Today, as you celebrate your 5th anniversary, I'd like to recognize your important work and to commend the entire team at Free to Thrive for the work you all do to help human trafficking survivors. You have given them safe harbor when they may have thought there wasn't one. You have given them a voice when they might have thought that theirs was gone. You have given them access to justice, and importantly, you have given them their power back.
Free to Thrive, happy anniversary from Shariah's Closet family to your family.
Congratulations on making a true difference in the San Diego community these past 5 years.
Having this organization based in my Senate district is a point of personal pride. You are truly changing lives by empowering survivors of human trafficking through legal services and critical support.
Congratulations, Jamie, and all those at Free to Thrive on your 5-year anniversary. Thank you for the service you're providing to San Diego County.
You know, hey, Free to Thrive, thank you so much for the continuous support for the community, people like myself, and giving people a second chance and helping those that didn't know they even had help out there.
I can't wait to see what more you will accomplish for survivors in the years to come.
Thank you for stepping forward and providing a light at the end of a very dark tunnel.
Keep up this transformative work. On behalf of a grateful city, thank you.
Now, let's take a journey over the last 5 years of impact that we've had as an organization. Our first year involved getting the organization set up, designing our model, recruiting a board of directors, and applying for funding to get up and running. During this time, I was still working full-time at a law firm and doing all of this work whenever I could squeeze in the time. Towards the end of the first year, we were awarded a contract from the County of San Diego. This contract was enough funding to support my position for 1 year. As soon as I let the other anti-trafficking organizations in San Diego know we were serving clients, my phone was ringing off the hook with survivors needing attorneys. I was fortunate to have a strong network of attorneys in the community ready to help our clients pro bono. But I had no idea how we would make it past that 1 year, how I would raise the funds to keep it going. But it was a leap of faith.
One of the things that attracted me to Free to Thrive in the first place was Jamie's ability to build buy-in and consensus from people within the community.
Jamie Beck brought me to Free to Thrive, which is probably true of so many of us who are part of that organization.
Jamie was there presenting and I was like, oh, I think that's what I want to be when I grow up.
And she approached me and explained to me how that victims of human trafficking, survivors of human trafficking, had been traumatized once and victimized once during their trafficking, but were getting re-victimized after they entered the legal system.
The whole vacatur part, like they're really like getting them to, getting to a place where their records could be like cleared up, I thought was just really innovative. So it was really just that, like that there was a way to really help these women out and get them a clean slate to kind of start their life over. That really resonated with me.
I was honestly so honored to be asked on the board because there was already such a powerful group of people who are so committed and who bring so many different talents.
So, when the opportunity came to join Free to Thrive, it was an easy decision.
At Free to Thrive, we have an expression, a mantra: you don't say no to Jamie. And so that has proven to be true. And when Jamie left private practice to start Free to Thrive and asked me to chair her board, I didn't say no. I didn't want to say no.
So now let's hear from some of our Dream Team members about how we do this work.
So we have three main program areas that we are serving our clients, and we have a family justice program area, which is the area that I supervise. We have a criminal advocacy area, which is dealing with people who are still criminalized as a result of their trafficking situations. And then we have a vacatur practice area that is post-conviction relief, right? Vacatur is the ability to clear somebody's record after they've been convicted, because we now recognize the circumstances for which they were criminalized are unjust.
Vacatur is, I see it as an opportunity to clear roadblocks out of the way of the path to our client's success. The path is theirs, the journey is theirs, but it's hard. And if our clients have criminal records that are a consequence of their victimization, whether it be a charge for prosecution, a conviction for prosecution, drug possession, things like that, it's an incredible barrier to obtaining housing, obtaining employment, really moving forward. And so vacatur is an opportunity to clear their records so that they can proceed down their path.
So even when I went to other places, I got told there was pretty much nothing they could do. But at Free to Thrive, the first question that Jamie asked was, what do you want to see happen? What is important to you?
One of the things that we really look at is the holistic needs of our clients.
Before we can even provide legal services, we need to take care of our clients' emotional and well-being. We need to make sure our clients have a safe place to stay and food to eat. And it has to start with nurturing their mind, body, and soul before we can even help them with their legal matters.
Honestly, it's just the drive that, honestly, Deanna has given me. She's always just checking in with me and seeing if I'm okay. Like, she always tells me, like, if you need anything, call me. Like, I call her and she like sits and listens to me. And that's what I love about it, because like a lot of programs, they're this dry, they have their services, but once you're in, you're on your own. But with like you guys and like with Dion and Nick, like it's just, they're passionate about what they do. And they check up on you with genuine care and concern. And that's, I think, what's driven me to come this far.
What was music to my ears was, you don't need to do anything. We'll take care of that for you. And when I would have one question like, oh, where do I need to be? And Dion would laugh and go, we'll take care of that for you, Bookie. You don't have to worry. And that just eased a lot of pressure.
Just getting to know people at a person, at a human level, and asking them how they're really doing and what they need and whether or not we can connect them to other services.
Which is actually what is key, because getting back on your feet and taking control of your life is what is actually important, and that's definitely what gives you freedom in the real sense of the word. So it's not like a glass ceiling.
We are a support to them, and it's not conditioned on get this done in 6 months or get this done in 5 months or it's about supporting them holistically and getting them to a place where they can not only be empowered for themselves, but for their families and their futures. And I'm so grateful to be a part of that journey.
So now that we've heard a little bit about how we do the work we do, we're going to talk about the gap that we filled.
Free to Thrive fills a gap that nobody else really can fill. There are lots of great agencies working in prevention and rescue and recovery, but most of the people that are survivors of human trafficking also have all kinds of legal needs.
Our clients normally hear about being able to clear their records. That's normally when they come to us, but they have a number of legal issues, whether it is getting their children back, getting restraining orders from their trafficker or their abuser.
Most people in this country don't have access to the courts in the meaningful way that was promised to us.
It's not a system that's easy for anybody to negotiate, particularly someone who's not an attorney, who doesn't have financial flexibility, who doesn't have some of that support.
Well, this legal system, in so many ways, the legal system, we all agree, has flaws, has holes, has issues, is volatile and broken like all of us humans.
That makes sense. That makes sense when you think about how the court system is structured. Prosecutors are taught to prove, did a crime happen and who committed it? That's their training, that's the work that they do, right? Same with law enforcement. They're seeking to figure out, okay, did a crime really happen? What is all the evidence we can collect to prove that it happened? But nobody really goes after why. In the American criminal justice system, we've completely removed that part of criminal behavior and criminal encounters from the analysis. We've tried to make it as scientific and mathematical as possible, right?
But you see how Free to Thrive has found a way to use the law to help people who are coming through this broken system and getting it right.
And so what is gratifying to me and what so speaks to me about Free to Thrive's mission is the opportunity to take that legal system and have it be a force of good for our clients.
There is a lot going on with the life after trafficking, and Free to Thrive, that's what makes it unique. They do worry about, while you were trafficked, did you get a criminal record? How can we expunge that so you can get a decent job, so you can get a job that you want to do?
It's just awesome of all the doors that have been opened up. Not just with child custody, I'm actually doing the Jules workshop, and I'm starting my own business, and I'm having the opportunity, next week to present my business plan and being able to maybe potentially get a grant for $5,000 to uplift my business. And it's just like all these opportunities I wouldn't have without you guys' services, honestly.
Right, when you hear these stories, you're compelled to be part of the future of this organization.
And so what really spoke to me about Free to Thrive was that it was an opportunity to make sure people whose voices had been pretty much silenced throughout their lives had an opportunity to be represented and heard.
Now, it's easy to say we were providing legal services, but it's hard to fully capture the impact of those services. So here are some thoughts on the impact of our services from a few of our staff attorneys.
When I think about some of the happiest moments in dealing with clients, there's these moments when you're on the phone with them and you hear them tell somebody else who's near them, they say, hold on, I'm talking to my lawyer. And that's something that I don't think they ever thought they would say.
And even in that phone conversation, just listening to somebody go from fear and anxiety and nerves to a little bit of calm and reassurance and feeling supported.
You can hear the smile in their voice when they say, hold on, I'm talking to my lawyer.
Now let's look at our third year. Among our new partners in our third year was Las Colinas Detention and Reentry Facility. For those not familiar with Las Colinas, it's San Diego's women's jail. We had been connecting to clients within Las Colinas for a while and had come to realize that there were so many survivors in jail that needed our services. In order to meet that need, we worked with the San Diego Sheriff's Department to launch a legal clinic serving the women at Las Colinas. Now let's hear from Sheriff Bill Gore about what this partnership has meant to the Sheriff's Department and the women at Las Colinas.
Say happy anniversary to Free to Thrive. Over the past 5 years, the Free to Thrive team has provided women who have survived human trafficking with advocacy, supportive services, legal services, and most importantly, inspiration. Your work helps rebuild the lives of these women when they're going through a difficult time in their life. Thank you for your support to the women at Las Colinas. We look forward to many, many continued years of partnership.
Now, really, the true star of this whole story is our Thrivers. They are strong, they're resilient, and they are incredibly inspiring individuals. We're so grateful to work with them and learn from them every single day. So let's hear from a few of our Thrivers about the impact that Free to Thrive is having.
I just want to emphasize the importance of Free to Thrive and them focusing on the life after human trafficking and getting survivors back on their feet.
Everything that you've done for my life is just amazing. You know, like I said, I don't know where I'll be at with my children if it wasn't for you guys. I wouldn't know where I'd be at with my business if it wasn't for you guys. And just thinking like, what else can you guys just offer? Because it's just awesome as it is. And I just want to say like, thank you. Thank you for all of you've done, and whatever new ideas you have is just going to impact someone else's life as much as it impacted mine.
Now let's turn to our 4th year. We were fortunate to receive a grant from the San Diego Women's Foundation that allowed us to hire our Family Justice Program Manager, Nicholas Moore. Now let's hear a little bit more about our Family Justice Program.
There have been several moments in my short time at Free to Thrive where clients have been able to get custody of their children away from somebody who's been abusive to them or trafficked them. And those are always very gratifying moments.
Getting families right rather than having kids leveraged against their moms to traffic them more.
It just feels so wonderful. Like I feel like a good mom, you know, I feel accomplished. I feel like I can protect my kids now, and it's just, I don't know, like I said, without your guys' guidance, I wouldn't be achieving all these things.
So let's take a moment to hear from our Thrivers about what freedom means to them.
How would you define freedom?
Just to be able to be myself, and to be able to finally be like, or find who I was meant to be. Because I didn't know, you know, I never felt like I had my own identity, and sort of find like my purpose and like, you know, what am I supposed to be doing, you know, what do I want to do?
It's the feeling I'm feeling now, you know, I can talk about all this stuff. I'm away from that person, you know, and it's just a state of mind.
Freedom means definitely finding closure. Freedom means the fact that there is validation and that the victim is not re-exploited or re-victimized or even blamed.
Having that happiness and joy back, that's freedom to me.
Now, one of our greatest assets as an organization is our incredible dream team. So I'd like to take this opportunity to share with you a little bit about the magic of our dream team.
Working with this group is just crazy fun, crazy inspirational. Everyone is so dedicated and works so hard.
And I think that's very special. I think that's something really special that we have at Free to Thrive, just, you know, dropping what we're doing to make sure that one client is going to be safe, and we do whatever we can. We reach whoever we need it to in terms of service partners, community partners, to get our client back home.
We have the marketing team who is doing our digital imprint, or making sure that Free to Thrive is being known, or we have our family law attorney who is making sure our clients have been able to see their children at Christmas time and never was able to do that before, or we have our case assistant who finds resources that meet the need at that time.
And hearing those stories each week, which we refer to as starfish stories, I think really reminds us all why we are here, why we are part of this team, and why we do what we do to support survivors and their families.
Now let's hear from our team about our 5 years of growth.
It's amazing to think about the impact we've had over the last 5 years.
The growth has been phenomenal.
It went from a startup type organization, a startup nonprofit, to one that's just fully firing and functional and operational.
It's felt at times like a rocket ship to the moon.
It feels like we've gone from sort of stumbling toddler-esque to walking.
I would say the expansion piece and the fact that their budget's now $1 million has been exciting.
We've served far more clients than we did in the beginning. We have grown an incredible staff to help serve those clients better, more effectively, more efficiently. We've broadened the types of legal services that we can offer. It's not just vacator, it's family law issues, nonprofit and business formation issues.
And with that, we've reached hundreds of people locally, nationally, and globally.
We've grown from one staff member, Jamie Beck, to a staff of 13. We've grown from one legal program to multiple legal programs, serving all types of legal needs. We went from 0 service programs and non-legal programs for survivors to 3 in-house and multiple programs with other community partners.
The partnership mission and plan that Free to Thrive has from the beginning is really what I believe has driven a lot of the success in our growth and impact. You can't do it all yourself. And so we have a really, really strong and well thought out approach to partnerships and how that leverages our ability to grow very quickly as well.
There's just a commitment to how big of an issue this is, how much solution Free to Thrive can bring to the table, and our need to get there well and do it well. Don't rush ahead, but get where we're going and do it well.
We're just like right on this glide path to like really take off, so it's been super exciting.
Now let's hear what our team members have to say about our innovations.
To see where we were kind of the beginning of COVID and where we are now, it was incredible growth, incredible inspiration for me and the whole team to see what we could do even when there was a pandemic going on.
We launched 3 survivor empowerment programs that directly help clients through COVID and beyond.
When so many nonprofits were losing their funding, we pivoted, created new solutions, and actually gained our funding. So really, really proud of that too.
Our STEER program was born, and that particular program assisted all of our clients with their critical emergency needs, things like housing, clothing, food, all those essential things really to help keep them from regressive crisis. With the courts closed, even our attorneys pulled out all the stops, and it was all hands on deck to ensure that they got one-on-one guidance, that they knew we were here for them, and whatever they needed, we would do whatever we could to make that happen.
Every year, we've added more and more incredible partners. Among others that we've added in the last year are the University of San Diego and the Institute on Violence, Abuse, and Trauma. We could not do this work without our community partners. So we want to take a moment to thank all of our community partners for everything they do to support Free to Thrive and our clients.
I can talk about Free to Thrive all day, everything, and how awesome it is. But the reality is a survivor needs support from in a lot of different ways. We offer them legal services, but we also connect them to other services. And this is how important our community partners are.
Thank you, community partners. Thank you for picking up the phone late at night, early in the morning, responding to our emails when we are advocating on behalf of a client in need.
Most people look at this and think this organization must have been around for 20 years. It's so sophisticated and doing things so well. So we wouldn't be there without our precious and valued partners and community partners that are providing both services, in-kind services, as well as financial donations to the organization. So thank you, because you're changing lives.
It's our work together that can really help our clients, these survivors, like really thrive in their future. So thank you.
Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Over the past 5 years, we've had a tremendous impact on our clients and their families.
The sad truth is human trafficking will never go away, but there's something that we can do about it.
There is more need than Free to Thrive can currently provide, given that we have a staff. We have humans who have limited amounts of time. We need more humans to give their time to be part of the organization. We need to hire lawyers, we need to hire staff, we need to get this message out, we need to reach legislators, we need to reach police departments, we need to reach the jail system and law firms and all sorts of organizations who need to know that they have a part to play in this remedy and in this vision.
And there's a backlog. There's more cases, there's more survivors than there is funding to really help support them.
A donation to Free to Thrive is a vote of confidence in our survivors and their ability to thrive.
A donation to Free to Thrive keeps us in existence.
It doesn't have to be much.
A donation to Free to Thrive could mean a restraining order against an abuser or trafficker. A donation to Free to Thrive could mean a parent being reunited with their child.
Your donations can turn somebody's life around. Your donations can make the difference in somebody's freedom, in their ability to thrive.
A donation to Free to Thrive is giving hope to somebody who's never really had much hope when they've been involved with the legal system.
Your help goes a long way.
Now that we've gone through our last 5 years, we want to take just a moment before we wrap up to tell you about what's ahead.
You know, what the future looks like is less exploitive. People starting to understand that there is no honor or value or profit in exploiting other people that is worth the harm that it causes.
People like myself should have equal access to all those funding, all those resources. They shouldn't have to go through what I went through. Like when they turn in their paperwork, they shouldn't be asked for more evidence. They shouldn't be told, are you sure? Like validation is key.
Free to Thrive is a pioneer for legal reform and support for victims of human trafficking, and that needs to be outside of San Diego. It needs to be in Orange County, that needs to be in LA, that needs to be in the Bay Area, Seattle, DC, New York, maybe internationally. This is a need for a global problem, and I think Free to Thrive should see themselves as really the fuel to get this done.
Because there are no borders when it comes to human trafficking.
We here in San Diego have a very powerful opportunity to be role models.
We're going to grow in size, we're going to grow in capability, we're going to grow in depth of services that we can offer to the survivors, but we're also going to expand geographically into all of Southern California. For example, now we're expanding into Los Angeles and Orange County and Riverside County.
And I see us just expanding our partnerships too. Again, like we have great partnerships with a lot of community organizations, and there's a lot more organizations that we can partner with. We just need the time, the resources to strike up those partnerships and ensure that our clients make their way there. So,
I also see opportunity for Free to Thrive as an organization to lend some expertise with policy, with developing legislation, We have a history of bipartisan commitment to legislation and really working to offer our expertise both to mitigate the incidence of human trafficking in the first instance and to better serve our survivors when they have that need.
I mean, one thing that I get really excited about is the policy and advocacy work we've been doing. So with AB 124, we are pushing for the criminal justice system to see our clients as whole people the way that we see them.
And this bill is really expansive in its ability to really get every stage of the court process, like past arrest, to look at and look for really the past trauma and survivor experience of human trafficking survivors, intimate partner violence survivors, domestic violence survivors, child abuse survivors.
I think this milestone is just a reminder that for the next 50 years, we really need to continue as a community to focus on this issue. It impacts all of us in every neighborhood, in every city across this country.
Now, as we've seen what this journey has been, please know that each and every one of you has been a part of this journey with us. Tonight, we're joined by community partners, donors, staff, interns, board members, volunteers, pro bono attorneys. You are all instrumental in the work that we're doing at Free to Thrive. And you've all been so giving of your time, talent, and treasures to support our clients. So I want to toast to each and every one of you and thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you've done to support me and to support our thrivers over the last 5 years. Cheers to you. Now, this work isn't about us. It's about our incredible thrivers. So we want to let them have the last word. Thank you all for joining us and have a great night.
Can you tell me something about yourself that you're proud of?
I'm not sure to talk. I'm not usually I'm not used to talking about myself in that way. Something that I am proud of.
Getting sober for my daughters.
I think I would say I'm proud of being courageous enough to take my children. You know, I never thought that I could do it because of my circumstances. I don't have family support. I don't have a mom or dad to come to because they abandoned me a long time ago. And I think taking them and proving that I can be a mom and just being able to show my daughter, you know, that you can do it is the thing that I'm most proud of.
Being able to have all my sons with me, I'm definitely proud of that because there was a time where everything was threatened and the victim was turning out to look like the accused.
Spending time with my daughters. I have a lot of bad thoughts about the past, a lot of memories come up, and so I felt like I was never really present when I was with them. And now I cherish every moment with them. Like, I could just stare at them all day long and just, yeah.
I did have the courage to take my high school diploma in 2018 and go back to school. That I'm very proud of. I'm also proud to be the recipient for the Beauty for Ashes Scholarship for 2022. Yeah.
Like working here, going to school, anything positive that I'm doing, every interaction with a person, every learning experience, all of those like add up like little by little.
What are you looking forward to?
Just living a happy life, you know, like I am looking forward to my business thriving. I'm looking forward to opportunities to helping others. I'm looking forward to just, getting my house and just being able to just show my kids a nice, happy life, taking vacations and just being happy with no more like dependencies, of a man, a drug, or anything in my past. I'm just looking forward to all that just being gone. It's just so many words I can say about you guys' program, and I can't thank you enough for doing what you do for us ladies, and it's awesome. It is.